Bama Vandy Part 2. Alabama coming off the big win over Georgia again, but this time facing a Vandy team that is not sneaking up on anybody the way they got Alabama last year in what was a shocking upset. But you know what? There's also a fun aspect to this, especially for our O-linemen in the room, because they had this to celebrate as part of Alabama's win over Georgia. Caden Proctor, look out.
H.E., you're always talking about knee bend. The way he went down and got that bad boy, man.
Bro, hip, ankle, knee joints, all of it been for him. I'm just a little upset that I didn't get a chance.
You never did?
Nah. Honestly, though, that's a lot of pressure. They clearly had to practice that. And I think what's notable about that, aside from it's a big win for Big Man Nation and, you know, the thickness with the quickness we all saw, I have a little bit of that. But for them to call that play,
A little bit of thickness.
and the quickness, for them to call that play in that moment sent a loud message. It was really interesting. That's something you don't have to call. It's not like it's strategically beneficial to do it at that point, but it sent a message to me that we're out here having fun. We practice this stuff and we can execute it, and I believe in you guys.
And we are supremely
Okay, hold on.
We are confident.
I'm you. You're Lou Holtz. I'm coming into your office. Coach, I got an idea. Okay. You draw up that play in his office, right? And what does Lou say to you?
Aaron Taylor, you make me never want to recruit California again. Get your ass out.
Boy, if you don't get out of my office.
It takes you back to when they got their nickname, though, for the herd of elephants, the herd of red elephants.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it felt like.
It was beautiful.
They're gonna have a little deja vu going on though, because Diego Pavia is still at Vandy, and not a pleasant experience.
No.
Last time.
Quiz for you guys.
saw
What
him.
was the score last year?
41-17.
What 40? What
38-27.
40 to 35.
Oh, wow.
It was
Defense
that high
option.
scoring. Vanderbilt was 12 of 18 on third down. They held the ball for 42 minutes. Diego Pavia was 16 for 20. The Stowers kid, the tight end that came along with Diego from New Mexico State, he had over 100 yards receiving. It was an incredible offensive performance to hang on to the ball. And Vandy, you remember Alabama getting all mad and they couldn't believe they couldn't
Personal
stop them.
fouls and things of that nature.
I'm going to tell you, in this game, this defense is going to be ready for all the pistol. And this is going to be Jerry Kills and Tim Beck, the duo who came from New Mexico State to run this offense. They're going to have to come up with some new tricks because Alabama, this will have been an off-season study like you've never had one to make sure they've got the answers because they didn't have any answers a year ago.
Don't forget about Junior Sherrill, too. They've added in the mix. I think he had 3 touchdowns a week ago, and Pavia had 6 total touchdowns. Bama, if the rolling, ruthless Bama that played in that first half shows up from last weekend, fine, they'll win this ball game. If the one that showed up in the second half, they'll lose again. And when was the last time they lost back-to-back, the 50s versus Bama?
Versus Vandy.
55 and 56.
Yeah, last time Vandy won twice or in back-to-back years. While Vandy's better, I think Alabama, the alarm clock went off, of course, after Florida State. And they'll come in now with Jam Miller, got a game under his belt. They're going to run him. They had their most rushing attempts on the season last weekend. Wasn't sizable, but it still tells you they want to lean on that running game. And Ty Simpson, man, that dude was just brilliant. I'm just watching him, and
a wonderful story of resilience, right? Because everybody now, if I'm not starting, I'm departing.
leaving. Yeah.
This kid stayed. He hung in there. He kept learning. New coaching staff comes in. That's another time to go. No, I'll stay. I'm going to be a part of this. And to get his just desserts as he's doing right now and looking the part, this guy can play at the next level if this keeps us up. Because not only does he have great accuracy down the field, he's got escapability. He can make plays on the that are unscripted. So this is fun football this week. Pavia is the most charming. He's a 5'10" guy, maybe 5'9.5". And he's got Johnny Football on the sideline wearing his jersey this weekend.
Going to be there.
He's got all this kind of fanfare. And then on the other side is this kid that, little train that could, Ty Simpson, just hanging around, and all of a sudden he's the toast of the town.
And Vandy's been the little train that couldn't for so long. And Clark Lee arrived at his alma mater and said, we're going to win a championship here. No one's laughing at him anymore when it comes to that. And Alabama, maybe some exhale after beating Georgia last week and holding on, but they are definitely geared up for some revenge. Let's check in with both coaches.
You need to have good players. They're doing a good job of positioning those guys to have success. So it'll be a great challenge for us. But, you know, we obviously love our team, and we understand it's a chance for our program to go down and to play to our best, and it will be about us. That's how we see it. You know, we need to go and play our game.
Ranked opponent coming into our house. So you know, just got to continue to keep the focus on us. Keep, you know, ignoring the noise. That's been a huge, I think, strength that's become of our football team, and they got to continue to do that. Some guys, you know, continue to learn, you know, what it takes to come each and every week to play football here in the SEC.
All right, you know, the Coke bottle's still there.
Yeah, that's been the one thing that's been consistent. Well, it's also been consistent.
Coaches come and go.
Couldn't take it with them.
One of the things that's also been consistent is Kalen DeBoer losing games to teams he's favored by double digits against.
Yeah.
He somehow can get up for the big one like we saw last week against against Georgia, but then lay an egg the next week, which is what happened to him last year against a pretty good Vandy team. And I agree with you, BJ. This team is better. They've got 18 rushing touchdowns so far. Yeah. So Alabama's defense, it isn't what it is. It struggled to stop the run. They struggled to run the ball. They did run it more, but it's still not where they want it to be. Mm-hmm. This isn't going to be a layup.
No.
I've said, when you look at these offenses, Vanderbilt is more explosive than Georgia statistically, right? 29 plays of 20 or more yards. Alabama's 21 such plays. So Vandy will have the opportunities. They got this wide receiver number 6. That dude will get behind your secondary.
Right.
When that happens, you have to be able to connect on those.
Okay.
Well, the running game, too, for Alabama is going to be huge, I think, in this game, because besides the crowd, which will be different from last year, this crowd will be, let's say, antagonistic. They're going to be a little torqued off about how things went last year.
They won't go Ryder Cup style, will they?
Man. That was bad.
What are we doing?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's another
Come on,
story.
America.
I didn't mean to be the skunk at the garden party. Apologies.
But it's going to be a great atmosphere. If you love SEC football, it will be a great atmosphere.
Which is excellent.
At Alabama for Vandy.
For Vandy, yes.
To be on the butt or the point of all that hatred from all those Tide fans, you are going to get it and you're going to see it, and they've reacted well to it so far.
This is not your older brother's Vanderbilt, right? Things change, trends come very quickly nowadays.
Nobody's Vanderbilt.
So if you're in college now, Vandy's a big deal.
At the end of 2023, there was an exodus of Vanderbilt players leaving for this transfer portal, going to different places. The brain trust there said, we've got to find a way to save this program. As a matter of fact, they were asked at a press conference, should they leave the SEC? And the president of the university said, I'll take that question. Said, we were founding members. And then they put their money where their mouth is. They went out and they put together a plan. Clark Lee watched that film over and over again when New Mexico State went in and beat Auburn 31-10 and said, you know what, that's the offense I need. And instead of just going and getting a coach, he went and got the whole offense. They brought players. They brought the entire New Mexico State almost offensive staff with them. You guys take that side of the ball. Tell us what you need to augment the rest of your personnel. We'll handle the defense. Clark was a beautiful defensive coordinator. Not only he helped me on defense at UCLA, he also then became the defensive coordinator at Notre Dame. He ends up putting together a defense. The Vanderbilt administration lessened some of those academic restrictions, allowed him to bring some guys in there. Instant change-o, you've got a football program.
Oh, and by the way, you're in Nashville.
Yeah, instant change-o, you've got a football program.
How do they hang on to him now? You just brought up UCLA.
Well, he wants to be there. That's his alma mater.
I know it's his alma mater, but he coached at UCLA, or at least send that clip of the Vanderbilt president to the president of UCLA.
By the way, they've also got a $300 million project in their stadium. They're putting their money where their mouth is.
And
at the end of the day, if any program is down on their luck and wants to know how you do it, go look at this blueprint. It's not that complicated.
You can fund it.
Indiana, are they not enjoying the fruits of their labor right now?
It's happened a lot.
This is how it happens. You got to want it, and if you want it, you can get it.
And we want it more.
Got to be committed.
This game, though, is a big deal. It's been since 1937 that these two teams were ranked when they met. 1937. So if you're Vandy, you were traveling down to Alabama, you were flying, you were bussing, you were walking, you were crawling, but you're going to get down to Tuscaloosa for
Yeah,
this
Randy
game.
was in 4th grade.
Fifth.
Sorry.
He listened to it on the radio. So what we just experienced over here was what they call projecting, right? About
Which comment?
basically you're talking about UCLA.
Oh.
I said, yeah. If they want to fix what's broken in
Here's the
Westwood,
blueprint.
it's fixable.
Yes.
Just commit to it.
If.
Gotcha.
Yeah, if they want it.
Good luck. Good luck. All right, we'll be here watching. It'll be fun.
But enough of Unhappy Valley.